Hey there YouTube, today I've got a battle for you with my monocolor orange team. Looking at my opponent's team, I don't see anything that's too threatening. I mean, I see Snover and Mienfoo, which are always a pain in the butt, but you know, it is what it is. And I see an Axu, which could be a Dragon Dancer, and so I need to be careful of that. Otherwise, looks like a fairly average team. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into battle. Today my battle is against Havek, who I met on the Smogon Wi-Fi-Battle finder. He's going to lead off with the Snover, as I'm going to send out my Georgina, my Chimchar. Now, here I'm a little worried about the snow warning, but I've got a little plan to deal with it later. He's going to pull back his Snover and go into his Slugma, as I just go for the Stealth Rocks. Now, I don't really have anything to fear from this Slugma, but still, I'm going to U-turn out so I can get someone in who can actually damage it. So, I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Jelly, my Weasel, as he goes for Toxic, which misses, and kind of thankful for that. He's going to pull back and go into his Snover again, which I predict. So I'm free to go for the Rain Dance without Snow Warning being set up again. So now I'm going to pull back and go into my Georgina, knowing that it can't really do anything to me. So I get Leech Seeded, but you know, it's fine. And here I'm expecting him to switch again, so I'm just going to go for another U-turn. And I'm right, he switches into his Axu. So I go ahead and U-turn out I U-turn out and go into my Shelled Gas, my Shelter. Now here I'm expecting to be able to take him out just with a Icicle Spear, but he gets a crit on an Outrage, which really is just awful. I mean, I hate when that happens with a Pokemon who can definitely tank the move. But I go into my Buzzard and go for Rock Slide, and I manage to flinch it, so hacks for hacks. And I'm locked into Rock Slide, so I just keep going for it as he switches into his Shield on. So knowing I can't hit it, I switch into my Ron, my Dwebble, and just start setting up spikes as he sets up his Stealth Rocks. Now, he goes for Fire Blast, and I'm seeing this thing can't really do anything to me, so I'm going to set up another layer of spikes. And he's going to get out his Snover, which is going to get up its Snow Warning. Now here I made kind of a ridiculous move. He goes for Giga Drain, which is going to get me pretty low, and instead of just going for plain out X-Scissor, I go for Shell Smash, completely forgetting that Snover has Ice Shard. And that was a very bad move on my part, which could have easily backfired. So here comes the Ice Shard. Thankfully, I survive with 1 HP, and I can KO with an X-Scissor. But man, I mean, if I didn't survive with that 1 HP, I would have just been a complete waste of my Dwebble. So he's going to send out his Mienfoo as I go back into my Chimchar. Expecting the Fake Out, I go for Protect. However, he actually goes for Drain Punch. Yeah. Now after a Drain Punch, I'm expecting I'll be within my Blaze range, so I just say screw it and go for Fire Blast. And that does so much damage. I mean, I'll be able to Revenge Kill with something else, no problem. But unfortunately, my Georgina does get taken out. But, as I said before, I can come in and Revenge Kill. So, knowing my Jelly's going to outspeed, I just go for Hydro Pump. And down goes that Mienfoo. So, next he's going to send out his Vanillite, and after Stealth Rocks damage and Spikes, I'm thinking I can KO with a Hydro Pump. However, he goes for Hidden Power. He actually told me thought it was Hidden Power Grass, but turns out he forgot which Hidden Power it was. Anywho, I go ahead and go for the Aqua Jet, since Hydro Pump doesn't have the best accuracy, and I figured this would have KO'd. And oddly enough, it doesn't though, even with Life Orb. I guess that just goes to show how bulky Slugmas are. But at this point in the game, I'm not worried. I can send in my Buzzard to clean up. So, I go for Earthquake just to take out his Slugma, and based on the Pokemon he has left, Earthquake's going to be my best option. He sends out his Shield on, and I'm free to go for another Earthquake, considering it is Scarf. So down goes Shield on, and all he has left is Axu. And thanks to those spikes I set up, it's not going to be able to survive. So down it goes, and that's the end of the battle. Thanks for that battle, Havek. I hope we can have another one sometime. Okay, let's go ahead and get on with the comment or question of the day. Today's comment or question comes from MF Bay, who commented on my video, "Dirbet is rubbing off on me." Here she comments, "He probably poke-saved the Zorua and forgot to edit the nickname from default Abomasnow." You know, I've been seeing a lot of opponents who have had that recently. I mean, there aren't a lot of Little Cup battlers I can find through the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, So I gotta make do with people who use legal hacks, which, there's no problem with that. I have no problem with that. If they're good, then they're good. But it's like more and more people are just forgetting to rename their Pokemon from an Abomasnow, and it gets kind of annoying. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed that battle, and comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.